I think the promise for treatment opportunities has never been greater, and so I think a lot of the excitement of enrolling patients on the trials is how much the doctors themselves feel committed that this is a worthwhile venture, and this is a really, exciting period of time. A side benefit of going on the research trial, besides having me and/or my nurse, there's this whole clinical trials infrastructure that's watching out for you. And we have another set of nurses, another set of ears, like another navigator or coordinator, and it's like another security blanket. I find circumstances where patients can only get access to these drugs through a clinical trial, and we have to sort of negotiate the eligibility criteria.
Evidence comes from research, comes from very well conducted, very well thought out, and very appropriate scientific discovery that comes from research studies. So without research studies in colorectal cancer, we wouldn't know how to take care of patients best with colorectal cancer, and we wouldn't be able to improve the next treatment for the next patient. There's, in addition to your doctors and your nurses and all of those individuals that would be part of your regular cancer treatment, you also have this entire second team of researchers who are looking over their shoulders, making sure that all the I's are dotted and T's are crossed and that everything is being done exactly the way it needs to be. But the vast majority of research otherwise involves making what we're currently know to be the best treatments available better, with less side effects or shorter in duration, or to otherwise optimize and improve patients' chances of being rid of the cancer or living longer and better as a result of the treatments.
There are many breast cancer research studies that have been done over the years that have actually led to the treatment that is standard of care today. So really, even when you're receiving standard care, you're benefiting from research that's been done previously. When there's a study where there's a standard care group and a investigational drug group, even the standard of care group does better than patients not on study. So why is that? And perhaps one of the reasons that's been thought is because of all that close monitoring that you're mentioning, yes, and extra oversight and a whole other set of eyes that looks in on your case, your labs, your imaging studies, and makes sure that all the I's are dotted and T's are crossed.
Yes.
It's usually what's the best thing we know to do now versus something that is suspected based on evidence in the lab as potentially being superior, and so that's the usual question being asked.
I'm in a trial, and in the future people will be looking to the trial that I'm in or the research study that I'm in to help make their decisions. I knew that I would be getting standard of care, but I actually knew that I would be treated better if I were in a research. I would be getting better than standard care. I would be watched closer as a patient than if I were outside of the study. The doctor said, yes, there is a trial or study that you could participate in, and that's when I began looking, because I really wanted, in that situation, to have the best out there, the cutting edge, the advantage.
I felt as though if I participated, the doctors could better understand the disease, and or it might help somebody in the future while I was on the trial. Right. And even now, I think right. they're still very concerned about me, and I didn't feel like I was being a guinea pig or whatever. For my case, I felt special. They gave me 2 weeks to live if I did nothing. If I had chemo treatment, I would have about a year to live. And then they gave me the option of a study, and I participated in that, and I was in it for 1 year. And I think it has a lot to do with why I'm here.